Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props that I like over on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Thursday, April the 3rd. We've got a 6-game slate today, so a little bit of a smaller slate, but I've still got some plays I like for today, guys. 2 early plays that we're going to talk about, break down in this video. I am recording this video on Thursday morning, so we do have more props available. Was going to do my video last night, but there just weren't really a lot of props up last night, and I didn't want to force any plays out there, so waited till Thursday morning, got some more props available, got 2 early plays I like, guys. We're going to share those and again break them down, talk about why I like them. Now, before we do get started, make sure you guys hit that like button down below. If you do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, be sure to go sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you sign up for Prizepicks, and when you play your first $5 lineup, you're going to get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So this is an easy way to build up your bankroll on Prizepicks. You don't have to put in a bunch of money. You can just deposit the minimum, play that $5 lineup, get those $50 in promo funds, use those promo funds to play lineups, and then any money you win off those lineups is credit. You can withdraw that money. You can continue to play with that money, but it's up to you. But again, guys, if you want access to this promo, if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. And also do want to quickly shout out Sleeper, because we do have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can go sign up for Sleeper. If you use promo code NOAH over there, when you play $5, you'll get $55 worth of free lineups. So this is another cool promotion that Sleeper does for new users. It's a way to build up your bankroll. All you have to do is sign up, make a deposit. You don't have to put in a bunch of money. You can just deposit the minimum, and you'll still get $55 worth of free lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. So if you guys don't have an account on Sleeper, if you've wanted to try them out, Sleeper is a good DFS app, pick'em app. They're very similar to Prizepicks. And one thing I like about Sleeper, they do a lot of promotions throughout the week. So if you're someone that doesn't play a bunch of money, like if you only play $10, $15, $20 a day, this is a good app for you, because Sleeper always has discounts where you can, usually it's a $10 limit on the discounts, and you can play their discounts. You can find plays you like to pair with those. It's an easy way to build up your bankroll. You can use those free lineups as well as a way to make some money on Sleeper. So go check out Sleeper, guys. Download their app, and again, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Sleeper. But before we talk through our props for Thursday, guys, I want to recap our plays from our last video on Wednesday. So we gave out 3 picks Wednesday. We went 2 for 3. So we hit 2 of our 3 plays. Unfortunately, we did miss one. The one play that did miss was on Amen Thompson's points prop. Unfortunately, that game against the Jazz did wind up being a big blowout. We kind of expected that. There was definitely a chance that game would blow out. The spread, I think, was like 16.5 points. Felt pretty confident, though, that Amen Thompson would still be on the floor to start the fourth quarter as long as the game was within like 20 points, but that just wasn't the case. I think Houston was up 30 at the end of the third quarter, and when teams are up 30, they're typically not going to put starters out there in the fourth quarter. So Thompson didn't get any run in the fourth quarter, finished, I think, with 9 points. We needed 14 points from him. Fred VanVleet even got ruled out earlier in the day, so we got some pretty good value on that Amen Thompson points prop, but just didn't come through for us. But we did hit our other 2 plays. Mark Williams over PR, Isaiah Collier over 5.5 assists. Both those hit, so hopefully you guys were still able to make some money. Let's see if we can hit both these plays for Thursday, go 2-0 on these 2 plays. So the first prop that we're going to take a look at for today is going to be a first half prop. So on Prizepicks, if you just click the NBA 1H stat type, these are first half props. So very self-explanatory. You're just taking a player to go over or under their projection in the first half. And the first half prop that I like here is going to be Franz Wagner, and we're going to take Franz Wagner for more than 19.5 first half fantasy score. Now, the reason that I like the first half line here instead of the full game line, because if you look at Wagner's full game line, that's set at 38.5. It's pretty similar. Obviously, basically the first half projection, they just cut that in half, and then that's half the full game line. The only reason I don't like the full game line is because this game against the Wizards does have a lot of blowout risk. Right now, the spread in this game is 14.5. The Wizards are on a back-to-back. They just played yesterday. It would not be surprising to see this game be a big blowout. And if that's the case, obviously Wagner would lose minutes in the second half if it's a blowout. But in the first half, he's going to get his normal minutes regardless of what the score is. And this is a really, really good matchup for for Franz Wagner, just because the Wizards defensively, I mean, they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. I think they have the third worst defensive rating this year. The Wizards also play at a really fast pace, so this is a big-time pace-up spot for the Magic. The Magic, they're the second slowest paced team in the league, so anytime the Magic face a fast-paced team, it's going to be a pace-up spot. But especially this one because they're playing a Wizards team that's playing at the fourth fastest pace in the league. And Franz Wagner typically does well in these type of matchups against bad defensive teams that play fast. Wagner also is a guy that gets a lot of his points around the rim. He's a guy that drives to the basket a lot. I think he's leading the team in drives per game this year. And the Wizards get killed around the rim. They're giving up a ton of points in the paint. Last season, I want to say they gave up the most points in the paint, or they were like tied for most points in the paint. This season, it really hasn't changed much at all. They're still giving up I believe, sixth most points in the paint this season. Really, really good matchup here for Franz Wagner. It's a matchup that he's had success in this season. If you look at his 3 games versus the Wizards this season, in the first half, he has had 28.8, 21.8, and 23.3 fantasy score in those games. So he's been really productive in this matchup this season. Really been productive in the first half. And one of those games, he only played 13 minutes in the first half. I assume that could have been for foul trouble. Yeah, he had 3 fouls in the first half. So typically, we can project Wagner to play, like 17 to 18 minutes in the first half, and that's what he should play here. He's a guy that averages like 1.2 fantasy points per minute, and his per minute production should be up in this matchup, facing a team that just defensively is terrible and will give up a ton of points just everywhere. So I like this spot a lot for Franz Wagner. Worried about the blowout risk, though, so that's why I'm going to take him for more than 19.5 first half fantasy score. You could definitely look at his full game line of 38.5, but again, I do worry about a scenario where maybe, going into the fourth quarter, Wagner has like 35 fantasy score, but they're up 25, and he doesn't play in the fourth quarter, and then, it loses. So that's kind of why I like the first half line instead of the full game line. But, both those are solid, honestly. First half, though, I think is just a little bit better because of the blowout risk here. And then the other prop that I like is going to be another fantasy score line. This one's going to be a full game line, and I like a Dembona for more than 25.5 fantasy score. So we took an under on a Dembona yesterday or a few days ago, and it, unfortunately missed. Now we're going to take an over on him. Hopefully, we'll be right this time. But looking at Dembona's recent games, he has been really productive when he's been on the floor from a fantasy perspective. He is a guy that can do a little bit of everything when he's on the floor. He can score around the rim. He can grab rebounds. He can also block a lot of shots. That's something that he's been doing a lot lately, is getting steals and blocks. And if you're new to Prizepicks Fantasy Score, if you don't know how Fantasy Score works, just click scoring chart, scroll down, and you can see how fantasy points are calculated. For every point a player gets, it's 1 point. For every rebound they get, it's 1.2. For every assist, it's 1.5. And then steals and blocks are worth 3 points each. And then you do lose a point for turnovers. But Bona has been racking up a ton of steals and blocks lately. I want to say last game he had like 5 or 6 blocks, or maybe that was a couple games ago. But like last game, he had 3 blocks and 2 steals. The game before that, 5 blocks, 1 steal. The game before that, 3 blocks, 1 steal. The game before that, he had 3 blocks. He's just been racking up a ton of steals and blocks to go along with some rebounding, some points as well. You look at Bona this season, he's only started 5 games. He's basically, he's the third string center for the Sixers. He plays behind Joel Embiid. He plays behind Andre Drummond. But obviously right now, Joel Embiid's out, Andre Drummond's out. So that's leading to a Bona playing pretty big minutes. You look at his game log, over his last 4 games, he has started the last 3 games for the Sixers, and then he did start a game earlier this month, or earlier in March against the Pacers. But in his last 5 games as a starter, he started 5 games total this season. In those 5 games, 22.2 fantasy score, 33.8, 38.5, 36.6, 32.6. So he has been really productive when he's been on the floor, especially as a starter lately. For the season, Bona's averaged around 1 fantasy point per minute, and his per minute production has been even higher this month. Over the last month, he's averaged 1.21 fantasy points per minute. So this is a guy that you expect him to average about a fantasy point per minute, if not more than that. He should play probably 30 minutes. Even if the game's a blowout, I think Bona might still play like 26, 27 minutes. Bona is a rookie. He's a guy that they want to probably try and develop. So I think there's definitely a chance that even in a blowout, Bona could still be on the floor just because they want to see, they just want to get him playing time. And I expect him to get a lot of playing time kind of the rest of the season. But I mean, his last 3 games as a starter, he's played good minutes: 30 minutes, 27 minutes, 32 minutes. And I think the game he only played, I want to say the game he played 27 minutes. I think he got into some early foul trouble. I can't remember though. But yeah, he's played 30 plus minutes in 2 of his last 3 games as a starter. Probably plays 30 minutes here. Even if the game's a blowout, I think he still probably plays like 26, 27 minutes. And this is a guy that has been really productive when he's gotten minutes. You know, he's a guy that can score. Again, he can rebound and he can block a lot of shots, which for fantasy score, those are huge, you know, getting those blocks and steals. So I like that as our second play for today. And these are going to be our 2 plays for this slate, guys, on Thursday. It is a little bit of a smaller slate, only 6 games. Just going to keep it simple. Roll with 2 picks for today. Taking Franz Wagner, more than 19.5 first half fantasy score, and a Dim Bonham, more than 25.5 fantasy score. So we got 2 plays. Let's see if we can go 2-0 here. Hit both these plays on this slate for Thursday. As always, guys, appreciate you watching these Prizepicks videos. If you enjoy the content that I put out here on YouTube, just hit that like button for me. That's all that I ask. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel and if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, go sign up for Prizepicks. Use that promo code NOAH when you sign up. And when you play your first $5 lineup, you're going to get $50 in promo funds instantly added to your account. So check out Prizepicks if you have not yet. But good luck as always, guys. Let's win some money tonight. Appreciate your support. We'll see you guys in the next video.